We want to graph the system of inequalities. We have 2x plus 4y is greater than or equal to 4. And the second inequality, x is greater than or equal to 1. We have it separated with an and sign. Okay? All right, let's look at our first inequality here. 2x plus 4y, and set it equal to 4. And then plug in a 0. So let's copy down our first equation here, but in place of x, we're going to plug in a 0. Now, I didn't write greater than or equal to. I said it equal to 4. Okay, so plug in your 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 4y is 4y. Divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient, the 4. And then you'll have y equals to 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. So we have our very first point right here, known as the y-intercept. Now take this inequality, make an equation out of it, okay? Move the 4 over just a little bit, and we're going to solve this for y, okay? So we're going to get rid of the 2x, subtract 2x here and here, bring down the 4y, this equals, bring down the negative 2x and the plus 4. Okay, now we're going to divide everything by the coefficient of the variable y. So we're going to divide this by 4, equals, divide that by 4, we'll have 2 over 4, and we'll have 4 over 4. So this 4 over 4 is 1. 1 times y is y. This equals, and I'm going to keep negative 2/4 just for a second, okay, plus 4 over 4 is 1. Now, y equals mx plus b. So m is this fraction right here, okay? M is that fraction which reduces down to 1/2. Okay, a negative 2/4, it's a negative slope, so we're going to go upward and to the left. Okay, we're going to go upward and to the left. We're going to point upward to the left because it's a negative slope. Okay, let's reduce this to be negative 1/2, and then we're going to go up 1 and over 2 to the left. Up 1 and over 2 to the left, going this way because it's a negative slope. Up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2, down 1 and over 2. If we draw our line, draw a straight line, it's going to go through that point, and that point. Then we can draw our line. Okay, so the equation 2x plus 4y equals 4 looks like this. Okay? Now we're going to have a test point, 0, 0, and we're going to see, does this work for this inequality here? Okay? By the way, I filled in the line because it's greater than or equal to 4. All right? Okay, so we're going to test the point 0, 0 in this right here, and we're going to see if we get a true statement. Okay? Plug in a 0 for the x, plug in a 0 for the y, and is it true? You have 2 times 0 is 0, plus 4 times 0 is 0. Is it true that 0 is greater than 4? In other words, if I plug in the 0, 0 into that inequality, do I get a true statement? Well, no, it's false. So that point won't work, so we're going to fill in the points on the other side of the line. Our test point didn't work, so none of the points over here will work. So all of the points over here will work. Okay? That's how you graph an inequality. Now let's graph x equals 1. X equals 1. So when x is 1, y can be anything you want it to be. Okay, there's a point 1, 0 where y is 0. It doesn't tell me what y is. All it says is that x equals 1. Okay, we're making this an equation, x equals 1. And then x is 1 right here, isn't it? Okay, when y is 1, still x is 1. So this is another point on our line. As long as x is 1, y can be anything we want it to be. Okay, x can be 1, then y can be 3. So we're getting all the points on this line right here. Okay, that's the equation for x equals 1. You see x is 1 here, x is 1 here, x is 1 here, x is 1 here. Okay, now our test point. 0, 0 is a good test point. Do we get a true statement if I plug a 0 in for the x? Plug 0 in for x, that means 0 for this x is greater than 1. That's not true. So we can't fill in any points on this side of the line, so we're going to fill in the points on this side of the line. Okay? All the points over here are points such that x is greater than 1. Okay, you fill in the line because it has the equal sign there too. All right, so the red up here goes with my first inequality, the green goes with my second inequality. With an and, we have to think what parts are both red and green. The red and the green part is this. So this is the and statement, okay? This is the answer to our inequality when we graph these inequalities, okay? This is the only part that's both red above this line and green to the right of this line. This is and. If we said or, then all of these points work, okay? Or if you had or right there, then all of these points work. But with and, we only can fill in one section here.